your time out and able to join this the last session which we're going to discuss. We're going to summarize, and I hope everybody has filled up their forms for the exams, right? So I hope Ambi, Anisha, you all have completed the assignments, right? Can you hear me? Are you able to hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
It's audible, right?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay. I hope everybody has filled up they have completed the assignments, and they are ready for the exams, which is going to happen in May. So I hope, Anisha, did you face any problem?
Sir, yet I haven't.
Okay. Yeah, tell me. Yeah, Anisha.
Sir, I haven't filled it yet.
Okay. But you have completed your assignments, right?
Yes, sir. But the last two is left. Last two are left.
Okay. So you have, we can give you an extension. You can just complete your, we'll again inform you for that. We'll send you a reminder again so that you can complete it on time. And live. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to give you revisions. I'm going to revise week-wise what we have completed till date. And second, what I'm going to leave you today is to have a good word of mouth to your other friends. The next upcoming cycle of this course, we're going to relaunch into, course will be same, but we're going to relaunch into that content will be a bit different, where we're going to talk about in the July 2025 cycle. We're going to talk about how AI is changing the whole perspective of entrepreneurship and entrepreneurship. How AI is being transforming that landscape into a paradigm shift, which is giving an edge to every entrepreneurs, supporting them in terms of and making the things easy for them and validating the things to building up a business around the facilitating AI integrations, then addressing the new roles. I'll just summarize that and I'll leave you back on that. So now just I want to revise you with what exactly you have completed till date, the week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8. I hope you had interacted, because I don't know, you have missed lost a lot of live sessions. We had in the last session IPR, we had experts IPR, intellectual property right expert was there. I came to know that is hardly some of the less attendance were there. But we will, at the last, we are going to share you the live sessions recording also. Once we complete the sessions, we'll be sending you all the mails. So you can go through that live sessions. We have interacted with the experts, and you want to come back again, you want to reconnect with us, so we can help you out with the business incubation centers we have here, and which can guide you out to take it to the next levels. Now we have started giving fundings to the incubators who have been trying to get the initial level of the starting for ventures. And we have slowly started connecting with a lot of associations also. Now, if you want a funding, I can connect you to the COE, is an Omen associations. It's the configurations of Omen associations. They have more than 15,000 members around the state in India. And I'm also attached with SME Chamber of India. So if you are really want to take a stride towards, I want to say that is entrepreneurship. But because why I'm saying, because this is very important, because the days are not too far. The supplementary income is going to be adding resources for your social security in India. Let me tell you very honest. The way the things have been happening, you are looking into the taxation burdens, you're looking into the price hikes, and now supplementary income is needed, and that is what. But we are economically, we are very strong in terms of that, as if we consider ourselves, and and India is the fifth largest economy in terms of the GDP, right? So India is moving up in being the 11th in the retail sales worldwide, and out of the 17 countries, India ranks 10 in the forecast period of 23-27. So now we should take this advantage. Now it's the right time. You have to take your stride, take a break, or you can take a stride towards. I don't want to say that you want to disconnect from your professional commitments, or you can. I want that is you can start thinking, because the same way you are putting your efforts to an organization, right? By 8 hours or 9 hours, even more than 9 hours, you're putting an effort to an organization, right? So put out 1 hour of your time to start thinking about your dreams and how Indian scenarios or economic scenarios dimensions have been changing. So let us, where you fit into it. Can I fit into it? We are not saying that it's compulsory that you start the next day you're going to start your venture, but you can start thinking. No one stops you from thinking. That is, you can start putting your efforts, start analyzing that, start creating your networks, start talking to the people, start talking to your people who are already your friend circles who have started their own business. You can also start your alumni you are already been connected, even your family friends who have been already into taking the ventures. So I want you to take this as an opportunity to start thinking about it. I'm not saying to take a sudden break into your professional journey, but even those who are housewives or those not into the professional commitment also, those who are into students also, even I want that as a career opportunity is there. We don't deny the fact is career opportunity as a professional. As you grow, it is there. But supplementary, one point of time, you have to start thinking about your dreams also. So these are the scenarios which is busting streets of, now you know that is financial capitals, Mumbai to Bangalore to Silicon Valley of India. So calming backwaters of Kerala, there are a lot of states which has been creating a cultural impact in terms of the resources. So which is creating a canvas for foreign business ventures to sustain, to range with the tech startups and manufacturing to sustainable enterprises or tourism. There are a lot of opportunities are there. But the good thing about is that you have a strong market in India. Any business you start in India, you have that strong market, which is an advantage in terms of, in respect to starting a business in India. So unless and until any business want to sustain, they need a market for that. Where do you want to earn money? What do you generate revenue on? So you need to start up that. So let us revise. So what is presently the types of businesses to start in India, which is most important propositions, which is taking an advantage that is, it's not only an exciting journey, but a rewarding. You have to put effort into, I'm not saying you have to put a 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. The journey I cannot determine you. Say, I cannot sustain. I'm not an astrologer sustaining you that within 3 years you'll be venturing out into your unicorn sort of an venture. But we are not saying that. But what we can say, you can start what type of business entity you want to look into it. Where you can start initially, set up in India to thrive. Like we have already studied in our week 1, week 2, week 3, that is, there are different business structures or entity we had talked about to help us to enter into the different markets. Like we have talked about sole proprietorships, we have talked about, and it is the most straightforward type of business that is opted in India. So whether here the personal assets and liabilities are not separated from the business, and any profit directly accrued to the owners. ठीक है, अब किसी को ऊपर जिम्मेदारी लेना नहीं है, हम किसी को ऊपर क्यों हम dependent रहे. So you need to find out the way. So now, if you talk about second thing is business entity, that is called partnership. Now, business owned and operated by 2 or more people, you have your students, normally they have that passion, right? Working in a team. That is an activity which has been taught in the academic curriculums also. So they can start coming together, put their brains into it, because the different mindsets come into the picture and they become a team, right? They manage day-to-day work as a partnership deeds like sole proprietorship, business partners bear complete responsibility of the company's actions. and include the personal liability of selling the debts and taxes also. Why can't you take that? Then we have another most important business entity we have learned, that is called limited liability partnership. Now, limited liability partnerships is very rarely coming up, that is in a form of a partnership firm or and a corporation. Those involved, they need not pay the company's debt or illegal problems using their money. This way, you don't risk your savings. If things go wrong in the business, you are very safe. Now, another thing which is upcoming, which is taking the propositions in the market, right, is there are a lot of young youth who wants to take these propositions as a one-person company. And a single person, those, I have seen a lot of people, a lot of, corporate experience experts, or I can't say professionals, who have been having an experience of 13 years, 14, 15 years, 20 years, they have started in the corporates. They start putting one-person company, like a single person owns and manages the company with a limited liability. So it is recommended for the business for a sole entrepreneurs who wants to restrict their personal liability. Right? You can start thinking on that. Another very important business entity we have already discussed about, that is called private limited companies. Now today, there's the most important thing happening today. You have seen government is more focusing, because let me tell you very honestly what is happening in the economic scenario now. The new companies are coming up, new startups are venturing into India, they're setting up, but the life period of any startup's valuations is very determined depending upon the product which they are relaunching or diversifying the business into a different forms. But we cannot determine the biggest challenge happening in the startup is that what is the lifeline of the business startups? Because government is not going to support you in terms of taking to the next ventures, right? There are a lot of startups who have been winded up within 5 years, 6 years by creating a market valuations, and they could just resell. But now you need to find it out whether the private limiteds can have a single person or a group. It formed with a limited liabilities. The business owners are responsible for the company's debt, only to extent of their investment. This proposition is helping right now. That now Indian governments have started giving funds to the to the NGOs. Even they're giving to the private limited companies. Even government is having a lot of research, R&D expenditures have increased in India. So now a lot of opportunities you can create, not only with your salaried savings which you want to talk about. Now you have a supplementary resources of establishment in developing a prototypes or identifying a problem statement and putting a solutions in collaboration with the stakeholders like a government, which is helping you out. Why can't you raise the funds for the investors in the future while keeping your financial matters and ownership relatively private? Now, public limited companies is another entity we have learned about. There are a lot of companies who have been setting up ownerships is split into shares, which public can buy and sell on a stock exchange. So these are the factors which you have already learned. I don't want to repeat it down there. But what is important, I want you to put you into your mind is, just start thinking today. That is, there is an advantage in starting a business in India. Rather, you want to start in another country, that is fine. But starting in India, there are a few advantages are there. One, you should be having in your mind that is scope of sustainable businesses. Now, for companies considering, because now Indian governments wants, because there are a lot of sustainable problems, business problems are coming up. Now companies considering starting a business in India, the favorable conditions are opportunity making. And that is what, because the rural-urban migration is significant as people seek better living standards, right? The shift creates a market that will only grow as more people move. Okay. So that is what, like in the Bombay economy, it becomes a huge market worth more than $245 million by 2030. It's a McKinsey report, right? Now you can understand that is why people want to come to Bombay and take forward their initiatives and start their own ventures in Bombay. There are a lot of, they create an opportunity, they take forward this opportunity and find out the way they want. And second advantage is you have organized employability. Now I'll tell you this fact. Now I'll give you the reality which is going to happen in India. Now, Indian government, now you know that is, there are a lot of tier 1, tier 2 management institutes in India, even the top institutes. They are still not able to create jobs for all the students in India. Now, what is that problem is? Let me tell you very much. Now, universities and institutions and premier institutions, they need to uplift themselves with the dynamism of the corporate changing scenarios, right? Now we have a standard, academic curriculums or program structures which you define within 2 years. We groom them out. Then we tell them, this is what you have. We have corporate invitees to take your interviews one-to-one, and then an opportunity is being created to have an opportunity to get at placements, pre-placements offers. Then you get a placement offers, but ultimately what happens is there is always a gap. The skill gaps are always there, and that cannot be substituted, because this skill gaps, who is going to take care? Because in 2 years, you cannot, any premier management institutes cannot fill up that 2 years of gap which you have created for the last maybe 20 years or 15 years from your grassroots levels of the schooling academic curriculums. So now it is you to take it out. Now government is not able to find the solution. Now what government is thinking right now? They're saying, promote startups in India. Let them create a job opportunities. Let me tell you very honestly, this is the fundamental cycle which they're going to create a life cycle for that. Now, those unemployed youth who are still struggling to get a job, premier jobs, now they want that is let us promote some startups in India. Let them start, let them get connected with these startups, and then get so that these startups can give an opportunity to this unemployed youth to set up their own livelihood. Now, you cannot create a new companies overnight, right? And the companies, they have their own speculative burdens of the budget every year. And they also understand that there is always a skill gaps are increasing within the corporates and the institutions who are creating even any entrepreneurs. Normally today you talk about, they come up with an MBAs or degrees, they may be from the premier institutions. They do understand, but unless and until you're not matching with the corporate requirements, it's very difficult to get your placed. So that is what I'm saying. That is, this is organized in India. This is an advantage, that is, for a business, employment is the primary deciding factors for starting operations in New York. And there are 530 million people falling into that labor force. You're getting that. When you want to start a business, you need the people to work with you, right? The manpower you need. So this is the real advantage you have in India. And the most important thing, in fact, the median age in India is 28 years, 23 versus in US, 38 years is the average. This shows that more years of service by most workers are available in Indian market. So why can't you take that advantage? The further Indian youth are interested in working for an upcoming startup, then I hope there are a lot of tier 2B schools. Normally they work for the new startup ventures. So businesses leverage that opportunity and generating revenues from. So this is also one of the area where why we talk about advantage here. Another very important thing is, which is advantage in starting a business in India, is economical operational cost. Now what is happening is Indian government making it easier to do a business. I hope now one of the state which is coming up is Odisha is coming up. There are a lot of and without special permission of the government. And so there are a lot of operations. Moreover, because basic amenities for business are much lower priced in India. Rather, if you start a business in Singapore or UK or US, whether the transportations and the food costs, infrastructure costs, Everything is there. So that is also it's a concern for us to take the sustainability in. You want to get it a break even in the first year of the business. Another very advantage in India is that the presence of startup ecosystem. Now, India has been a hub of financial services and e-commerce or technology, but recently the numerous other industries have sprouted out across the country. And this is playing an important role in fostering the innovations and creating a conducive environment for new business opportunity to create. And most important thing is the presence of many startups, new businesses have given a diverse funding sources, right? Like venture capital firms, angel investors. They are enabling the businesses to secure financial backing needed for the growth. So why can't you take that advantage? Now, another very important thing is we do have which you have already taken up in the business, what I say that is in your week-wise courses, that is business-friendly laws, right? And upcoming, let me give you a small announcement that is in the upcoming course in July 2025, we are normally going to focus on how the online or what I say that is e-taxation system laws have been come up, right? Where it is totally one window operational functional what I say that is taxation system is going to come up where it's going to help the startups rather than going for a multiple windows. Okay, so that will unify. So the unified taxation system is going to come up, which we're going to talk about in our July sessions, and then revising of foreign direct investment policies and all this. So you can take this advantage and make things easy for you to take it forward, to start your business, creating a business plan, giving a good name to a business name, and identifying the sources of funds. Rather, you want to go for loans from the banks or loans from the corporate society, cooperative societies, or raising of funds or crowdfunding. It seems easy to talk about, but this is what I say. There are a lot of different sources of fundings are available right now. There are multiple sources, but only thing is that we need to click with the right time to put it into our ventures into the mouth of the banks, in the hands of the banks, to make sure that this is all the ventures which is going to make us a profitable. Whether we're going to the angel investors or whether we're going to the venture capitalists, everybody is looking for the faster return on that investments. Then again, the business offices. Now then we have business registrations. Now they're going to come up with making a one window that is. So we have already discussed that is how different types of businesses you aim to establish. They need to have a file, a paperwork, get licenses. There are a lot of this clarity of registration process is going to become in one window, which government is started doing that activity. And then start your own website. Making a website is very easy right now, and promoting on the social media has become more easy rather than 10, 20 years back. It was very difficult to put it out. Now you have a lot of scopes of projecting your businesses into a different forms of the social platforms. So, and taking the market strategies, right, on the social platforms, and to create a larger audience and grow your business. What I'm saying, the grow of business means get identified by the audience, by the customers, who will be your real customers. Now even we have in the week wise courses, we have gone through the process involved the registrations of the businesses in India. We have determined what is the company structures you are going to talk about. Then we have also discussed about the digital signature certificates, which was amendment of the IT Act of 2000, which we have already discussed. That is, you need to have digital signature certificate. Then you have to obtain a DIN, that is called Director Identification Number, which is issued by Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Then you have to file for a name approval. If you're applying for a name incorporation of a company, you have two options for requesting for the name approvals. That also we have talked about, which has been can use the RUN or e-form. There are a lot of forms available, that is RUN, reserve unique name, which you can do that. Another is simplified pro forma for incorporating companies digitally. So these are the incorporation websites are there where you can make things easy for you. Then you can start applying for PAN, TAN, and GST. So collections account numbers you can have. Then you have permanent account number from the income tax department. And then you obtain the licenses and permits based on the nature and the location and the type of business you might need additional benefits or licenses, right? And then you decide. Then you start talking about, if I want to have a sole proprietorship, that also we have discussed here is the entity registrations, where what are the documents you require for yourself. I hope everybody knows about that. Sole proprietorships, we always want to have our proprietorship, Aadhaar card, PAN card, passport, and everything. And you had to have a cancel check and a copy of bank statement for a sole proprietorship. Even for partnership also, we have been discussing that is Aadhaar and PAN card. Even for LLB, you need to have agreements or LLP agreements, proof of registered office. So ID proof, address proof, even for the private limited companies also. You need to have a memorandum of associations and article of associations, then proof of registered office. Now, and 1% similar to the private limited company requirements. If you want to go for a 1% company, you also have that provisions of taking into the options. Now, there are a lot of other factors which may influence, that is, which is setting up which company want to talk about employers, company versus partnering with the employer of record in India. That is what if you talk about is, there are a lot of benefits. If you talk about capital, setting up a company, partnering with, so there are a lot of factors which is going to take forward, timeline, risks, expertise, bank account. We have already discussed about that. And we had a live sessions with you all people, and those who have missed, we're going to share you that. And this is considering the funding options. I've given you a lot of things. Now, anybody who wants to have it support from us, we will like to welcome you up. We always, those who are from Pune, they can come back, they can connect with us, we can support them. Those who are from Mumbai, they can connect with us. And even from other cities, I can make them connect with some of the incubation centers there. So this is what the whole course we wanted to impact to you. I hope this can help you out. I'm not saying 100 is going to help you out. To some extent, the 50 to 60% can make you create that passion, and which can make you to take the next steps in thinking about, identifying about, and making things into a reality. While thinking about making your dreams to fulfill, right? Already, when I initially started my session, I was telling that is, the days are not too far when everybody wants to chase their own dreams, right? We are fulfilling some others' dreams, right? So let us make things easy for us. Let us chase our own dreams. Let's start thinking about own dreams to be fulfilled. Maybe in a small way. May happen that's out of this. Those who have enrolled for this courses, I hope 1-2% also materializes their own opportunity into a venture. That will be a great milestone for all of us to share with. You can share with us the your achievements, your journey which you want to initially start, and you want to support from us. We're going to help you out in terms of connecting with networking, everything. And what is that? What we wanted to that the artificial. Now I want to conclude this, and I'll take your questions also. Now, our upcoming sessions, which we're going to have it in July 2024, we'll be giving you a landscape of entrepreneurship, presenting what are the new opportunities and challenges. And this will be the course which is driving you into enhanced productivity, how to streamline the operational and drive the innovations, and which is going to raise an important questions about is job displacement, ethical implications, and that is equitable distribution of benefits. So I want to leave the sessions wishing you all before I take up your questions. I want to wish you all for the best for your exams and get your certification, because this certification is going to help you a lot, because this certification is equivalent to your academic credentials of 3 credits. Even you get it from offline exams. This is also equivalent to the online exams, offline exams also. So you can put it in terms of getting approaching to your credentials, adding to your credentials, adding to your resume, or so this will help you out in terms of adding to your professional credentials. So I leave you today, and that is, let's spread this word of mouth, good word of mouth about this course. That is upcoming. We're going to talk about the impact of AI on entrepreneurship. It is going to be an essential for navigating the complexity of the digital age, and which is going to harness the transformative potentials and sustainable economic growth, which we as a youth, we want to take our own dreams and reforming into the dreams into our venture. Thank you so much. I want to take the questions from you all. Yeah, anybody has a questions? I'd like to welcome them. Anybody has a question? So we have been, we are always been connecting to you through our emails. We have been sending you reminders. So I hope everybody can complete your assignments and take forward. Any questions from your end? Yeah, Venkat sir.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, sir. So when we are talking about a product, product and building of a product, we have, we plan to do that. But if it is service-based industry, if we want to establish, then what could be the, possibility, where we can apply for grants or any advisors?
So, sir, service-based means, can I be precise on that? What service-based companies you are trying to establish?
Whenever a startup is concerned, everyone talks about a product and should be a scalability.
Right.
But
right.
in terms of service, like IT services, predominantly the services are more in India. If you see, IT exports are huge, and the service-based industry majority when compared to the product. So if we want to give a service like body shopping, not only body shopping, but any kind of service to the organizations, because we, being a startup, we may not be, in a well-grown position initially, right? So we might start, with, subcontracting the IT service or something. If we plan for that, then is there a possibility to get good guidance and funding?
Yeah. I'll give you a small example, now you will find there are a lot of consultancy firms have been opening up, right? Now, I've seen that is a lot of corporate people who have already have an experience. Now they are shifting to new dimensions of opening, because let me to be honest with, even teachers or professors, at one point of time, even corporate professionals also, they start one point of time consultancies. So now in India, consultancies is not been considered as a startup. Let me tell you very honest. But there are a few companies, they gave a different forms, the name into it. And like Accentures, then you have PwC, Powerhouse Coopers, and there were a lot of other companies who have started establishing this, converting that concept of consultancy into a project-based. Hope you are understanding, Venkat sir. So now what I'll suggest you is, if you want to start trying for service industries in related to application base or solution base. So what I'll try is, there are a lot of companies who try to establish, they try to identify associate partners. Like I'll give you a small example. Like now, Accentures, EY, they have started a new what I say, they are given they're giving partners, associate partners. They're given started a new dimensions of designations, right? So they have a profit sharing benefit models into it. Then which they have, there are a lot of consultancy firms, they have started a new business propositions where they are not into the payrolls of the company, but they are they have a different propositions of mutual understanding, and they create their own clientele base in terms of, and they create a revenue, and that revenue is being shared between both the companies. And so what I suggest is, the first thing is that if you want to create a channel for yourself into the service industry, the most important thing is, I will try, what I suggest is, you need to approach some of the companies or some of the established companies who can who can help you to connect you to their real-time problems, and you can collaborate with them. There are a lot of there are companies who are really searching for a solution-based service industries, right? Even financial sectors also. I'll give you one one company that is an Arthan Finance, is one of the top financial services startups in 2025. Now, what they did is, they have started an easy working capital solutions to the entrepreneurs, shopkeepers. They have started giving the solutions, and they have created, this is the funding they have received. Like there are companies which is being solution based companies, and they have created a lot of ventures, and they have created a milestones for the angel investors to put money into it. So you need to, what I'll say is, the best thing is that you need to approach some of the companies or some of the industries who are really have a lot of, they need to looking for the, what I say, solution-based consultancies, and which will help them to connect with them and establish a solution base. So now you need to identify the corporates you want to connect with. Being if you find that there are a lot of now the government has started solution based for EV vehicles. Now they are wanting people who want to have a sustainability mobility solutions, like they're going to offer a MaaS, right? Mobility as a service to the commercial vehicle users. Now they are wanting people who want to give us solutions to that. That is, a lot of opportunities have been created. There is a company who has been doing this, that is called Alt Mobility. You can check that is, they received 10 million funding for that. It is based on funding, they founded in 2020. They're practically not making products, but they are creating a sustainability progressive farms in terms of the creating solution based or service based, like their platforms offers subscription based leasing services, which modified to the customer's requirement or streamlines the EV financing or leasing or making available to the delivery professionals and businesses. So they have identified one problem statement, and they are been giving us solutions to it.
Okay.
I hope, Venkat sir, I've answered your to extent of what my expertise goes into it. That is what I and which can be adapted. Ayush, how AI will help starting constructions related startups in Tier 3? Ayush, it's a very good question that is you have talked about. Now, let me tell you very honestly, AI is going to transform the whole real estate business transformations. Now, being a civil engineer, let me tell you, there are a lot of opportunities which is being created, and where AI is going to play an important role, not only in terms of solution base, but also in terms of the resources allocations. Let me tell you, because when you being a civil engineer, you understand that is the resource allocation is a major chunk of cost factor, which is very important to be taken care. right? So now you need to identify. So what type of you need is to automate the routine. Now you need to identify what are the roles of an AI is going to play. Like example I give you, right? Like automate routine and repetitive tasks, then project scheduling, cost estimations. Now these are and even I talk about the resource allocation, that is a material selections. That is also important, which increase your productivity and efficiency also. Now, now you need to take care of that. You need to identify that as what is the role of AI is going to happen in the future days to come. Now there are a lot of opportunities. There are a lot of opportunities. If you talk about retail industry is going to take a dimensions, and it has potential in transforming the way of civil engineering projects. And one of the major AI role in civil engineering will be automate routine and repetitive tasks, project scheduling, which is a major problem, cost estimations, and material selections. And where AI is going to play an important role, which is going to enhance the accuracy of predictions and simulations also. And this is enabling engineers to make a better informed decisions during the design and construction process, so that you don't delay your projects. Ultimately, what is you are getting money, right? You want to get up money from your party, right? So now AI can assist in the monitoring, maintenance of critical infrastructures, and even by analyzing data collections from sensors and cameras. So AI is going to give a new dimension load or understanding of AI role, and it's going to make our life. AI is not taking up, everybody is talking about taking away the life, but AI is going to make our life easy. But how we going to use that, it makes a difference. Ayush, I hope I made you understand. Ayush, are you there? Fine. Anybody else have a question? Vinesh, I hope you have filled up your exam forms, right? Vinesh, can you hear me? Fine, guys. Thank you so much for giving your time. And your time is more valuable to us. And we hopefully make sure that is we wish you all the best for your exams, and make your and you spread out what the learning we had in this session to your students, even to your colleagues, even to your friend circles, and make things better in your life, so that you create more opportunities for others to smile for that, rather than smiling for others. Thank you so much. Best wishes for your exams.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.